This is Coach Alamo, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our intermediate and advanced youth players training stages, anywhere from ages 5 to 13, and how our training stages relate to your player, and what our customized program will do for you and your player. And what you'll notice is that we have it structured in phases. Beginner's phase is a player that has never played before, is new to the game, or is very relatively new to the game, doesn't have any formal training. Maybe they've gone through a season and not have any professional training and are very new to the game. Then you have players that are in our intermediate phase, and that's most of our youth players, with the exception of a large advanced program that we have that we'll talk about in a second. But our intermediate program is players who aren't necessarily new to the game. They've played a couple seasons and they're kind of in the middle. They're not the best player on their team. They're not the top 10 players in their entire league. They're somewhere in the middle, and they're trying to reach that stage. And through our program, we're going to show you how we take a player who's in the middle, in their intermediate stage, and take them to the advanced stage. And we'll talk about our advanced stage and how that is players who are years ahead of their peers and teammates, and are not only the best in their league, they're some of the best in South Texas as far as being advanced at the youth age. So we're going to break that down and show you the different levels that we have. Our intermediate player, as I said before, is not beginner stage, it's the middle stage, working to become an advanced player. So our goal is to take that intermediate player and move them into the advanced stage as quickly as possible. This stage features specific terminology that's different from the advanced stage, and it's different from the beginner stage because it's meant to propel that player quicker to the next level, because we have a curriculum and a set of skills to take them to the, for instance, advanced stage, but they have to learn that. So we have to be able to teach them those drills and movements as quick as possible so they feel comfortable in the game and they're able to put them into muscle memory. Our lesson evaluations and tracking reports that you'll receive at the end of your lesson gives a player home drills that we have structured that make each lesson that you have with us. If you do your homework outside of the facility and you do your training that we let you practice out and learn and work on outside of the Alamo Academy, I always tell parents it makes that one lesson almost into 5, because next time they come we can continue to develop them, and they've been able to do the repetitions outside of the academy. But the great feature is that we make sure that they understand they do not leave the facility, and we explain it to parents as well because they're usually involved in helping the player practice, not leave the facility without being able to fully understand what we're asking them to do so they can go outside and do it. Now, on the other token, there's some players that just don't have time and they come to us more frequently because they want that practice from us. And certainly because it is a custom program, we can accommodate that as well. And again, the goal is to really develop into the intermediate stage or move to the advanced stage depending on exactly where you are. And our coach during your first lesson will talk to you and give you an evaluation on where they feel your player is and where we can take them. The next stage is our advanced player stage. Our advanced player stage is meant for players who are years ahead of their peers and teammates. These are the type of players who are the top 1 or 2 on their team, top 10 in their league, and are very advanced for their age, anywhere from 6 years old to 12 and 13 years old. They not only have a great understanding of the game, but they are very physically talented. And oftentimes we find those type of players with those type of goals, they go and find select teams and teams that are more competitive, what they perceive as more competitive, to try to take their game to the next level and continue building on that. That is not a bad strategy because it will help your player if they're getting the right outside information for them to exercise those drills and techniques and continue to develop. But if they're just facing better competition without the advanced training mentality from us, they're not going to be able to grow further. They're just going to be playing game after game. So my advice would be, paired with our instruction, it's a great way to go. By itself, it's missing something. So We talk to the players about their age level and being above their age level. And even if they're phenomenal at 9 years old, we want to take them to be playing like a 12 or 13-year-old. Maybe not physically in body stature, but in the approach of the game and in the skills and in the abilities that they have. So no matter where they come in, we're trying to take them many years past that. And that's their goal. A lot of players who are 11, 12 years old, they want to play varsity as a freshman and sophomore. That's their goal. And then their goal may be college baseball and dreams of playing Major League Baseball. And that's acceptable. Those are acceptable goals for the advanced player. And our goal for them is to make sure that we make the 12-year-old playing like he's 15. And to have that advanced skill takes a lot of special terminology and a lot of knowledge from our coaches and through the training system I've put together that comes from training hundreds of collegiate players and major league draft picks and players that are actually currently in the major leagues, things that have worked for them and things that will work for your player. And that's the great thing about coming to us, is you're being coached by instructors that are where your player wants to be as far as the level they played in and their knowledge base. So it's a great they model exactly what you should want your player to accomplish in their career. So there's the intermediate and advanced stages. Once you come in, we're going to break down your stages and where you are, where we want to take you, and then we can go from there and create a custom plan to accelerate your child and take them to the next level, give them the confidence to be able to perform at that level. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.